Hey, in this video, we are going to show you how to schedule and join Spark meetings. So you can schedule meetings or have ad hoc meetings with Spark. To schedule a meeting, you can do one of two ways. The first way is to schedule a meeting from a Spark space, and we'll show you how to do that in an upcoming slide, and we'll also do a quick demo. The second way to schedule a meeting is to go into your Outlook calendar and schedule a meeting just like you're used to today. The only thing is we're going to add one special thing within that Outlook meeting request so that it integrates with Spark. And once again, we'll show you that in an upcoming slide and also show you a demo. When you haven't scheduled a meeting in Spark or in Outlook, you can still have what we call an ad hoc meeting. So ad hoc meetings are not scheduled and are very easy to launch. Simply click on the activity button in Spark, and then you're going to go and click the call button. And I think I should have shown this in one of the last video presentations, but I'll go ahead and show it again when we actually do a demo. So after you click call and have started the audio video call, you just need to wait for others to join. Be sure that others know you want to have a quick meeting so that they'll call in and you're not just sitting there by yourself. When you actually start a call, people are going to be notified in Spark, and that's assuming they're at their desk or they actually see the notification, but they'll be able to join at any time. Okay, so how to schedule a Spark meeting from Outlook. So to schedule a meeting from Outlook, obviously you are going to create the meeting in Outlook. Once again, this is just the regular way you would create a meeting using Outlook like you've done before. But the difference here is in the meeting location field, what you're going to do is type @Spark. So when you use @Spark to create a meeting, a new space will be created in Spark. The name of the space will be the subject of the meeting invite, and the people invited to the meeting will be added to that Spark space. When it's time to start a Spark meeting, you can choose the way that works best for you. You can join from the calendar invite that we show right here. So if you open the calendar invite in Outlook, this is what you're going to see. You could click on the Join Cisco Spark Meeting hyperlink here. You can join from a space within the Spark app. You're going to see this within the space, and basically all you would do within that space is click the green call button after you've clicked the activity button. Or you can join from one of our video rooms at Hilton that's in a video enabled meeting room. When you walk into that video enabled meeting room, what you're going to do is go to the meeting or the video device, and you're going to type in the video address seen right here. Basically, you would type in, for this example, 882456222287 at meet.ciscospark.com. One thing to note is after you have created a space in Spark, using an Outlook meeting request, we always recommend scheduling any future meetings in Spark and not via Outlook. What we've seen is if I go and create a meeting request in Outlook and name it, let's say, beta test, I send out that invite, the space gets created with everyone that I've invited, and we're all good for the first meeting. If I go to Outlook again and create something with the exact same name, beta test, it's going to create a brand new space in Spark. And that's probably not something you want to do, especially if you want that persistent chat for that space. So any future meeting requests, be sure to create it inside of the Spark space that you created the first time. Otherwise, you're going to have duplicate Spark spaces with the same name and the same people. So to schedule a meeting from Spark, you are going to go first, you're going to create that space, and you're going to go to the activity button. You'll click that, and then you're going to click on the meetings button. After you click the meetings button, what's going to pop up is create meeting invite, which will look like this. And within that meeting invite, you'll just click that right there. And what's going to happen is an Outlook meeting window will pop up, and you just need to fill in the details. When it's just like before, when it's time to start a Spark meeting, you can choose the best way that works for you. You can join from the calendar invite. You can join from the space that was created by clicking the call button, or you can go to one of Hilton's video enabled rooms and dial the SIP URI, which right here can be seen, the 8845 yada 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 at meet.ciscospark.com. It'll show up here if you go to the meetings button within the Spark space, or you can find this info within the Outlook meeting request that's in your calendar. So if you've scheduled a meeting and people are, joining that meeting, this is how you're going to join that meeting from the Spark app. So here is an example. I've got a Spark space called Clay, Phil, Matt. A meeting was scheduled. You can see the @Spark right there. And basically what you're seeing right here is my Spark app. So Matt has actually started the call. You can see his little avatar icon here. So I know who is actually in the meeting because their avatars are going to show up here. So if everyone's avatar was there, let's say Clay and Phil's avatar was also there, then I would know everyone's in the meeting and then I could attend if I wanted to. But right now there's two ways to join. I've gotten an alert at the bottom of my screen that says I can either join, ignore, or just click the X right here. If this doesn't stay there forever, so let's say after 3 or 4 seconds this goes away, what you're still going to see is this up here. So the difference here is that your view in Spark is always your one-on-one spaces and then the spaces with multiple people in them. When somebody starts a call, or if you call someone else, that active call always pops up here at the very top. So if this ever goes away and you see that an active call is going on, you're going to see this little join button, and you'll even see how long the call has been going on. So here it says 38 seconds. So if you're ready to join that call, all you have to do is click this join button. So real quick, I'm going to exit out of this and pull up Spark, and I will try and do a quick demo. So if I'm going to schedule it in Outlook, let me go ahead and pull this up real quick. I'll double click, and here a meeting comes up. I'll just say subject Spark Outlook meeting creation, and I'll say the location is at Spark, and I'll invite a couple of people. And all I have to do now is click send, because at Spark is going to be linked to Spark. So what we have is Outlook and Exchange integration with Spark. So all I have to do is type out at Spark, and Spark is going to know to create that space. The space will be called Spark Outlook Meeting Creation, and it's automatically going to add Nick Penny and Curtis Davis to that space. So when the space is created, I don't have to go and individually add those two users. The Outlook meeting request is going to do that automatically. Just a quick note, for people that aren't aware, we actually have another way to create WebEx meeting requests. So right now, if you go and type at WebEx and then send out this meeting invite, it's going to populate all your data down here. So if you wanted to easily create a WebEx meeting invite, you don't necessarily have to go up to this right here and add personal room. Now all you have to do is type in at WebEx. So I recommend everyone try that and see if they find that easier than having to click the add personal room. But for this demo, I'll do at Spark, and I'll go ahead and send the meeting request. So it might take a second to actually create it, but as we're waiting, if I want to now show you an example of how to create a meeting request inside of an existing Spark space, I would go here, click the activity button, and notice all this populates. And now I'll go to click the meetings, and I'll say create meeting invite. So when I click that, this just popped up in Outlook. So everything's been pre-populated. The people that were in the Spark space are already in this request. Um, the Spark space is called test joining a meeting. Notice that it already went ahead and added that to the subject line, and it already added in at Spark. So everything is there. All I have to do is click send. So I've done that. And real quick, I'll go ahead and show this. So the one that I created with Outlook, it has now been created inside of Spark. So that original request was Spark Outlook meeting creation. It added this right here, and you'll notice that the people I added are in here. And you've got your special information in case you wanted to join via a video system. You've got this, and you also have the meeting link if you wanted, to copy this stuff. So everyone's in there, and I can always get back to this information. So that is how you create a meeting in Outlook and how you create it in Spark. So when it's time, actually, real quick, you'll see this here. This has now been populated when I created the meeting from Spark. So when it's actually time to join a meeting, you can, double click the links that are inside of Spark, or my bad, you can double click the links that are in your Outlook request. Or if you just go to this space, you can go to the activity button. You can click call. And right now, since I'm actually joining from my Spark app, this pops up and I'm saying I'm gonna join from my computer, and I go ahead and click call. And basically I am now in the meeting, and whenever Curtis or Nick are available to join, they'll join. So you can see here, it says in the meeting, Dwayne Larson, and not in meeting, Curtis and Nick. So they'll get the notification on their end, and when they're ready to join, they will go ahead and also click their green join button. Or if they're joining from a video room, they'll go and find that information and they'll dial into the room. They'll dial into the space from that video room. All right, and just real quick to show you here, I can mute in this meeting. I can block my video. That way, if I just want it to be an audio only call, or if I feel like, I just don't look good today and I just want to do audio only, I can do that. If I want to share my screen in the video call or the audio only call, I click that, and then it's going to share whatever monitor I want. If the meeting has started and I want to add other people, I can do that. I can type in other people's names and then click them from this drop down. I won't do that now because I don't want to interrupt the person, but you've got a lot of options here. The other thing is you have the ability to kind of move around the room if you want to. So I just moved that. I can pop out the video clicking this icon. Now it's popped out. Or if I want to make it full screen, I would click this, and you can't see it. It went full screen on another monitor that I have, but you get the point. So I've popped it back. So I'll go ahead and end the call, and that is how you schedule meetings inside of Spark.